It's 10 p.m. You had dinner 2 hours ago. You're not hungry. And yet here you are, standing in the kitchen light, and the cookie in the cupboard is calling your name. You already know how this ends. You'll eat it. And the strange part is, your stomach never asked for it. Something else did. Something older. Because to your ancient brain, that cookie isn't a snack. It's a lottery ticket. And 200,000 years of instinct are screaming one word: claim it. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly why you crave sugar when you're not hungry, why there's always room for dessert, and the 3 steps that finally quiet the craving. This is the Primitive Mind Lab. This is the manual your brain never came with. Meet the scout. Deep in your brain lives a forager, and for 200,000 years its job was finding the rarest treasure on the savannah: sugar. Ripe fruit, wild honey. These are not snacks. They were jackpots. A berry patch was a lottery win. Dense, fast energy that could be eaten right now. No hunting, no risk. But the jackpot had a catch. It never lasted. The fruit spoiled in days. The birds were coming. The other foragers were coming. So evolution wrote one rule in stone. When you find sugar, eat all of it immediately. The scouts who nibbled politely starved in winter. The scouts who gorged became your ancestors. Which explains the strangest dinner table mystery. You're completely full, and then someone mentions dessert, and suddenly there's room. That's not weakness. That's engineering. Your fullness signal is food-specific by design. The meat stomach can be full while the sugar door stays open, because to the scout, being too full for the jackpot was an unforgivable mistake. Scientists call it sensory-specific satiety. Your brain literally keeps a separate account for sweetness, so that no matter how much antelope you ate, you'd never walk past the berry patch. But here's where the modern world broke the machine. The scout's detector was calibrated for fruit, sugar diluted in water and fiber, capped by nature. Then we invented the candy bar. A candy bar is 10 berry patches compressed into one bite. No climbing, no searching, no season. Scientists call this a supernormal stimulus, a signal stronger than anything evolution ever prepared you for. When concentrated sugar hits your tongue, the scout doesn't just say yes. It sounds every alarm it has. You're not weak-willed in the candy aisle. You're a metal detector walking through a gold mine. And then comes the trap that turns one cookie into 4. Concentrated sugar spikes your blood sugar fast, so your body slams the brakes just as hard. An hour later, the crash. And here's the cruel part. To your ancient brain, falling blood sugar reads as an emergency. Energy dropping. Famine incoming. Find sugar now. So the craving comes back, louder, and it isn't hunger. It's the alarm misreading the crash that the last cookie caused. Spike, crash, alarm, repeat. You're not addicted to sweetness. You're stuck in a loop where the cure and the cause are the same thing. So how do you quiet a 200,000-year-old treasure detector? 3 steps. Step 1. Fight at the store, not at the shelf. The scout only screams at treasure it can see. Once the cookie is in your cupboard, the battle is lost because willpower runs out and the cupboard doesn't. So make the decision once in the store aisle where the scout is calm. Don't stock the jackpot. And what you do keep, put out of sight, because a buried treasure is a quiet treasure. Distance beats discipline every single time. Step 2. Break the crash loop. The loop lives on the spike, so flatten it. Eat your sweet thing after a meal, not alone on an empty stomach. The food already in you slows the sugar down. No spike, no crash, no emergency callback 2 hours later. And guard your sleep. One short night cranks the craving dial for the whole next day, because a tired scout panics easier. Step 3. Retrain the detector. The meter that measures sweetness adjusts to whatever it sees most. 2 weeks of less concentrated sweetness, and the meter resets. Fruit starts tasting like the jackpot it actually is. And when you do choose dessert, make it count. Sit down, slow down, and actually taste it. Let the scout log a real find, not a smashing grab in the kitchen dark. The craving quiets when the treasure gets honored. So tonight, when the cupboard starts calling, remember what's actually happening. You don't have a sweet tooth. You have a treasure detector built for a world where sweetness was rare, seasonal, and about to vanish, now walking through a world that stacked the jackpot on every shelf. You can't fire the scout, but you can stop stocking the lottery, flatten the crash, and reset the meter. Your ancient brain isn't your enemy. It just needs a translator. Subscribe if you want the rest of the manual. Next time, why rejection feels like dying and why your brain treats one cold reply like the end of the world. Same ancient staff, different alarm.